Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. The Flash is finally back, everybody. Finally, The Flash has returned. This is Season 8, Episode 6, Impulsive Excessive Disorder. Now, I actually looked this up too because we've been on this long break. Armageddon Part 5 aired December 14th of last year, and now on March 9th, finally the show's returned. I really thought that the break would be until like mid-January or early February at the latest. No, they made us wait till freaking March. And they ended Part 5 of Armageddon, the event, the kind of crossover event. They ended it with seeing an old photo of GCPD, and all of a sudden, miraculously like lightning, like just like an appearing act, like a magician act, Nora and Bart are in the photo. And what we've been hearing is that this is a flashback to, I think, around the pilot of The Flash or whatever. Like, for some reason, Nora and Bart are there for some sort of timeline reason. I'm not really sure. I saw the trailer, reacted to it when they dropped the promo. I'm surprised they put out a promo for the next episode because it was so long, so far away in terms of airing. But it was interesting, and I'm excited to check this out. I mean, look, I love the pairing of Nora and Bart, and regardless of, thoughts about Season 7, because, there's some issues with Season 7 in terms of storylines and all that kind of stuff, and how they handle Godspeed overall, because some stuff I thought was overall solid, other stuff, But Nora and Bart, I think it's a nice addition, because we saw Nora in Season 5. We have a different version of Nora, same actor, but we also have Bart, and so that really adds a whole nother dynamic. So the fact that they're back in time is kind of interesting. I'm curious to know exactly what's going on here. I'm really excited, just for the show to come back, because I hated this break. I really did, because in my opinion, Armageddon crushed it. So, without further ado, guys, let's get into now Episode 6, Season 8 of The Flash, Season 8. Let's get into now, guys. Let's check it out and see what they show us. Let's go. Oh, a new scene. Okay. I was wondering why we were seeing this. Oh, for now. Armageddon, It was so good to see Uncle Jay and Ed showing again. He has the helmet. Okay. What did... Okay, the helmet's gone. Yeah, what happened? What was that? He's alive. What just happened? Yes, he's alive, but what happened? What was that wave? Kill the adversaries. Bart's fine. I'm fine. Fine. We're fine. Yeah, he knows something's up. So in this... Okay, in this version, he saved him. Oh, boy. Oh. Jesse Quick. Adam, Firestorm. I'm liking all the suits. You... Wait, what? You erased her? What? Interesting cameo. This should... Okay, sure. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. They're gonna mess up more stuff. They're gonna mess up more stuff. Eddie? Who are you? Oh my gosh, it's so great to see you, man. Intern CSIs, okay. Back in a Flash. That's the guy. The guy. No speed. Because right now, the Flash doesn't exist right now? No, because... So no. Do I recognize her from somewhere? Is she... I don't know. Wait. Oh. Oh. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so something's up with that. I don't know. I thought I recognized her from somewhere. I don't know. Wait, was this... Wait. I recognize this guy, I think. Ooh! Catch it, catch it, catch it. Do something. Moving him slightly, but... Won't he notice that he moves slightly? He felt the kiss. He's like, the hell? Yeah. Oh God, what's this? Oh, it keeps changing. Okay. Okay. I recognize him, I think. Yeah. Meta. Oh. Superman? Oh! What's the name? The Royal Flush Gang or something? Is that who that is? That's where it happened. Mm-hmm. Wow. Royal Flush Gang. Yep. Mm-hmm. I was right about the name. I was like, am I messing up the name? Damn. Mm. Made everything worse. Yeah, well, gotta fix it. And I'll never be the Flash. You will be the Flash. You will be. Damn. Your son's a big screw up. No. I'm surprised we're seeing him. I honestly am. We're surprised we're seeing him in this episode.
I failed a lot, too.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time,
you gotta make mistakes before you get better. It's okay, man.
We are going to make this right.
Yes. Barry wakes up right now. What are you doing in here? Who are you? Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Actually, no.
You want to take me hostage?
Sure. Oh shit.
Now it's so you can fix the timeline and save all those people. As long as you let the heist still happen.
Okay, make an entrance. Jeez. Oh.
If we run into trouble, show them a winning hand.
A winning hand. Good answer, I guess. Yep. Yeah, they're starting to notice, I think. What? Oh, what's plan B? What's happening? Bart, what are you gonna do?
No need to lose our heads.
So this is plan B.
I am the casino manager.
Oh shit. Okay. Plan C? D? Dude. Okay, there was a bomb. Run it. 5. Damn. Go. You do a spin. I mean, I don't know if you had to do that move exactly, but okay. Throw him up in the air. Yeah. Woo!
Well, do you have a name, detective?
Yes. Eddie. Eddie.
About this morning.
You're apologizing?
So sorry if I came off a little. Getting in on this?
The photo. I was like, what's happening? Oh, the photo. Okay. He's loving it. That's awesome.
I know we just met.
Oh boy, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh. So where's Nora to stop this? I'm just saying, because this is going to affect the timeline.
If screwed up the timeline was a deal breaker, your dad couldn't be the Flash.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Travel, you're gonna make mistakes.
Yes, and you have to learn to accept that. Yeah.
They can't be undone.
Wait, what? The little face. The little Lucy and Marcher. Anyways, not the point of the video. This was a really fun episode. I really liked it. And I liked the fact that they gave us a lot of story. Some pretty interesting reveals. And then the ending, I have no idea what that was. So, clearly, the timeline is not truly fixed. So, I'm going to try to make sure I remember and cover everything. So, apologies if I don't, because that does tend to happen sometimes. So, first things first. I loved the Bart and Nora interactions, their chemistry. It's fantastic. And I feel bad for Bart because he screwed up the timeline even more in the middle of the episode. And he's like, I'll never be the Flash. He starts crying, and he's like, I'll just never be like Dad. And then Jay, of course, at the end of the episode, goes, if screwing up the timeline means that you're not the Flash, your dad could not be the Flash. He screws with the timeline every single day. That's an exaggeration. We have a point. The meme is out there. Everyone talks about the fact that Barry loves screwing up timelines. It's what he does. So Bart, he's getting a little too emotional, but I get it. So I like the fact that they had them intertwined into basically the pilot, essentially basically the beginning of the show. Eddie, it was really cool to see him. I wish we would have seen more of him, but the focus was to fix the timeline, not so much to just go down old memory lane, essentially, and have new Eddie scenes. But they had him in a pretty decent amount, so I'm happy with that. But, we've heard that he's returning in some sort of capacity throughout the season. I don't know what that means. We'll see. But it was really cool to see him in terms of this timeline. Now, they go back because the timeline is shifting, because there's that temporal thing that comes through. And Jay's helmet is gone because Jay just shows up. But he has a different wife. And then they're referencing, so where's Mom and Dad? Are they going to show up for this? I think it was Big Belly Burger, right? They had Big Belly Burger for dinner. Is Mom and Dad showing up? I'm like, well, they're busy off doing something else. Or no, they're on the honeymoon or whatever. Or not honeymoon, they're... whatever, anniversary, whatever. It's all over the place. I'm trying to remember everything. Some people from Team Flash, they're busy, but you knew that. Like, no, they don't know that. I'm glad they told Jay, but they didn't tell the Jay they were talking to there. They waited to tell Jay after they went and basically fixed the timeline. Fixed, because something's clearly not right there with the ending. But we have all that. So they go back in time, and Joe gets shot, and then that causes a ripple effect. So, okay, so we need to stop the bullet, essentially, because the gun shouldn't fire. They show up late because they run into this girl named Avery, which people are pointing out in Twitter, and it didn't click right away. The implication is, it could be just a coincidence, but I think with what this show has done throughout its years, like, there's always meaning behind most things. They have this character named Avery, who's very invested in time travel and all the science behind it. She is the Flash of China in the comics. I think it's Avery. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but they believe that's who she is. That she is the Flash from China in the comics, and then with her finding out such of their speeches, even though they clearly have their speeches, they showed up in her office, and there's like $12 million security and security guards or whatever, and they're just there. And she saw the light, the light as they sped off. So it's like, so she knows something. So I don't know if that's implying we're going to see her down the road, if that's just a little wink and a nod to this character being out there somewhere. Who knows? We may run into her again. Who knows? Run into her. Fun. So that little interaction there caused them to be delayed to go to where Joe was at this robbery. I think I recognize that robber. I think we've seen him before. I can't remember. Like he just looks like he's been on the show before. I'm not sure. But anyways, so the bullet fires, and instead of like as Barry would do, like pick the bullet out from within the air, Bart moves Joe over slightly, because if he just pulls the bullet out and the gun is clearly fired, it's not going to make sense why there's no damage from the bullet. So he moved him slightly over, but then this causes a problem. And I didn't recognize her at first, and I don't think anybody did, as far as I know. There's a Meta that is hearing voices, and she's hearing Bart and Nora's voices, and then she brings together, way before they're supposed to, the Royal Flush Gang, because they were there. Bart and Nora were at that scene with the guy firing the gun and everything, and then she overheard them speaking in their thoughts. Well, they were speaking, but she was able to hear them in her head. Basically, it was like a really weird thing, but she realized, metahumans, I'm not the only one. And then she brought together the Royal Flush Gang. And so there's a bomb that's going to go off at this casino, and that, of course, was not in the original timeline. And so they had to go to Avery to find out, how do we fix this without messing the timeline again? Because when Bart moved Joe, he caused more problems in the timeline. So how do we fix this without causing more problems? So the thinking is, allow the heist to go down, but no one dies. And I don't know how, but get excessive or whatever. And freaking Nora ran and got all 5 bombs, did a really unnecessarily twirl in the air to throw them up when when midnight hits, because the bombs were masked with the fireworks. But it was still cool nonetheless. Superhero pose landing, by the way. And Bart kisses Avery. Don't know if that's implication for the future, but I don't know. We may see her again. I'm assuming we will, but who knows. But anyways, so that all goes down in terms of that. We see the Flash Museum. It's really cool to see the Flash Museum in terms of, we saw Jesse Quick's suit, we saw the Atom, I saw Mecha Vibe in the back and Frost and stuff, so it was really cool to see that. And then now with the timeline essentially fixed, and I'm quoting that shit because it's not really fixed, Joan is alive. Because really, Joan never existed because of the timeline screw-up, so they fixed that. So Joan's back, Jay's not dead. So apparently, in this version, Godspeed does not kill Jay. Bart saves him from being killed from Godspeed. So now it means so much to him. It has to mean so much to Nora as well, but so much to Bart because how he looks up to Jay, Uncle Jay. I think it's called Uncle Jay, right? But anyways, how important it is that he's alive still to get that advice. Because if Jay wasn't there, he couldn't give that advice of like, look, we're all going to make mistakes. We are speedsters. We make mistakes. Speedsters equals mistakes. But if you think making mistakes will not make you the Flash, your father could not be the Flash. I think he needed to hear that because Nora couldn't say it in that way. And speaking of that, I'm surprised, but I wasn't really too surprised, especially on the ending, because we actually saw Grant Gustin, of course, the actor. But Bart went and saw him in the hospital. This was before he was taken to Star Labs, so we're still some time away from that. Yeah, because it's 2013. So it's not around the pilot. Sorry, it's before the pilot, because 2014 is when the show aired, right? When the show first aired? Yeah, 2012 was Arrow, and it didn't start airing until season 3 of Arrow, season 1 of Flash, so 2014. So actually, I'm wrong, so I'm going to have to amend that in the comments. But anyways, so he's there, seeing his dad, still in a coma, and it's pretty crazy, but he needs to understand. He just was in a very emotional state, and then seeing that scene in the present where they're all going to go to Paris or wherever, like, okay. And I've never seen Barry speed that many people at one point. Like, they're all interlocked together, so he's able to speed them off. But then there's a hairbrush that disappears. I don't know what that means, but clearly something's up. The timeline is not completely fixed. I don't know if this means there's still ramifications still to be revealed in terms of the timeline not be fully fixed, because Jay's supposed to be dead in the future, so maybe there's things that are supposed to change so that the outcome is that he's alive. They believe the timeline's fixed. It's not true. I don't know. Really enjoyed the episode, though. Really did. I'm trying to remember anything else in particular I'm forgetting in particular. Nothing I can think of. I just thought it was really... the opening with the vow renewal, we had an extra scene there with all four of them, mom, dad, daughter, son, having a conversation. But it was just really fun to just have a timeline episode, but it's not Barry fixing the timeline, it's his kids, and they screw it up even more as typical fashion of the show. But it was really fun, but there's still stuff left to be resolved because clearly the timeline isn't completely fixed. But anyways, yeah, so really good episode. I'm really glad the show's back. And yeah, I saw the trailer for next week's episode. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to that. But anyways, that's my reaction. That's my review. What should I think of the episode? Did you like the return of the show? Are you glad the show is back? Whatever thoughts you have about the episode, guys, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.